Hey guys, in this video, I want to talk about a couple different types of people or situations that are difficult to deal with once you become an awakened chosen one. And the first one is going to be the type of person or situation that involves small talk. That can be an extremely difficult situation for a lot of reasons, and it can entail a lot of things. It can be in your personal life, in your professional life, or just in casual life out there in the general public. And a lot of what I find is that when you start to interact or converse with somebody, at least for me as a chosen one, people will tell me a lot of personal things or lifestyle choices or things that they've been doing, things that just this, that, and the other. And, I get this overwhelming feeling that all these things that are being conveyed to me or being discussed or are just sort of just being hung out there. And it's not something that I can relate to. A lot of people are talking about their personal choices, how they parent, what they believe, what they've been doing. And it's not something that I would choose or not something that I would do. And there's no way for me to relate to that or comment on that. And I find myself sort of stonewalled in the conversation. It's like the only thing that I can do is to change the conversation to some sort of like neutral subject matter. It's almost as if people are reaching for validation, reaching for praise, reaching for "I'm doing okay, aren't I?" kind of a thing. And I think that a lot of people live by the praise of man, by the praise and validation of others. And it doesn't fill us. Jesus said, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." He also said, "If you drink from this water, you will thirst again. But if you believe in me, I will give you living waters that spring up and well up from within." And so while a lot of these people are chasing these fleeting moments of validation and praise and communion with men, with people, it doesn't really satisfy. It doesn't really have substance. And it doesn't bring into the depths of our heart the thing that we need to have filled. And we rely on just the looks, the sounds, and the words that other people give us to get us by. And that doesn't satisfy. Small talk can be a difficult place to navigate for an awakened chosen person. Because it's full of wrongness, bad choices, neglect, immaturity, lack of self-control, lack of self-discipline. And we shouldn't knowingly validate somebody for a ha-ha or for some sort of validation ourselves. If it makes somebody uncomfortable to let what they've put out on the clothesline hang, then leave it and leave it to them. Let them deal with it. It's not for us to deal with other people's dirty laundry. The other type of situation or person that's very difficult to deal with as an awakened chosen one is the people who believe in some way that they're awakened. These people are extremely difficult to have any sort of reciprocation with. They have the knowing, but not the understanding. They've consumed or digested biblical materials or content online where they can talk the talk. And some of them can do it really well. And they have a knowing. They've accumulated knowledge, but not understanding. They're not chosen. They're not awakened. And really what they are is deceived. And these people are some of the hardest people to deal with and work with because they're very convinced that they have a path, that they have an understanding, but they don't. They have knowledge. Knowledge isn't truth. Knowledge isn't the full spectrum. Knowledge is a slice of the pie. Knowledge isn't wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge and understanding combined. And its wisdom is what they lack. But you won't convince them. They will think a deception. They will think that they are liberated. They will think a lot of things. And they won't work with you. They're not humble. They're not contrite. They're not even peaceable. Because once you oppose them, or once you try to give them a truth or wisdom, they'll oppose you. And these people claim grandiose things, and they are really good with the talk. But there's no fruit in their walk. The third and the last type of situation or person that I'm going to talk about in this video is the situation or the person in which these people have everything that they need. They have an abundance, multiple incomes, lots of support. And these people are accomplishing less than the chosen one with more. They literally have it all of it, however it might look. Yet for some reason, they're always unable to come to success or accepting responsibility. As a chosen one, I can tell you, for most of my life, I have done more with less than anyone. For the most part, in my area, in my country, granted, there's starving people, really, really hard situations. But I'm saying, at least me in my community, in my culture, I'm on one income. I'm one person. I do it all. I'm doing more with less. I'm building an empire. I have self-discipline, self-control, and I'm doing the best with how I am blessed. But yet there's these people that have multiple sources of income, might even be on welfare, might even have wealthy in-laws, handouts, this and that. And it almost comes to a point with some of these people that it's like, it just is almost like the narcissist. The narcissist identity is that they're broken, they love it, that's their shtick, they don't want to get fixed. But some of these people out there, they become really proficient in looking poor and incapable to get attention, validation, handouts, and this certain thing. But they don't look as good. They're not accomplishing anything. Their life is stagnant. And it's all for a comfort. These people are seeking a comfort, a certain level of support and cushion from anyone that they can get it from. And these people are literally some of the worst people ever. They are deceptive. They are manipulative. I couldn't even imagine what my life would be like if I had the level of income, financial, emotional support coming from all these different directions, but yet even the most basic and simple things aren't getting done. These people are like children who didn't fail to launch. They launched and went out, but they were children who didn't detach. It's embarrassing, offensive, and a little disgusting. So yeah, small talk is a difficult place to navigate. And these people who think that they've achieved something that they haven't is a lost cause. And then these others who are on basically perpetual life support, not accomplishing anything or going anywhere. These people are just dead weight. Not good parents, not good productive members of society, not honest, and not pleasing God. These are the people who hid their talent that the Lord condemned, who didn't create more, who didn't benefit more from what the Lord gave. And the Lord said, "You wicked and unfaithful servant." To be a truth speaker in a community and a household is a very difficult path to walk. To be authentic, to hold to your truth, to speak the truth, to actually love people. People don't want love. People don't want truth. And people don't want you. And they didn't want Jesus either. So for you guys out there that have endured what I'm talking about, if this sounds familiar to you, do not become weary in doing good. Don't sell out. These people want to absorb you like a sponge and make you one of them. But you're not. You're called. You're chosen. And you're set apart. Don't let peer pressure water you down. Don't fall into any sort of communal or community validation or acceptance. Be set apart. Take the hit. Take the blow. And when it gets hard, it's time to pray. Anyways, I've seen some of this more than just once, and I'm sure you guys have too. That's my thoughts on this one. You guys be blessed.